Okay, here we go. We're going to crash course some history because we just did the War of 1812 that ends in 1814, with the Battle of New Orleans happening in 1815. But now we are going to be pushing all the way forward to Manifest Destiny and the Mexican-American War, which is going to be taking place in the 1840s, 1840s and 50s. So we're going to go all the way through to Gold Rush and Manifest Destiny. And so what's actually going on there? First things first, our map, we can check in there. I'm pointing the correct direction. I'm probably not. I'm glad you go ahead and help me out. We're going to add a bunch of states over there. The old Northwest Territories are actually split into states. So Michigan's coming in, Ohio's coming in, Indiana's coming in, Illinois, Wisconsin, the area where we live, right? Kentucky's been a state, it was, and Vermont and New Hampshire had their split. They actually, Vermont came in. So that's why there was 15 states during the War of 1812. So those all came in. Tennessee officially now a state as well. We can throw that one in. So the old Northwest Territory plus those expansions into the West, so Kentucky, Tennessee. The Florida Treaty of 1819 happens just after the war, obviously, 4 years later. So Florida's no longer Spanish. They are still down in the Bahamas. We're going to throw that Hawaii away for now anyhow. Get rid of that Bahamas that we got going on down there. And then, of course, Louisiana Purchase. Now, those areas are being divided into states. And so the big compromise that comes there at first, trying to figure out, are we going to have slave states or free states? So the Missouri Compromise is what becomes a big deal. So Missouri comes in as a slave state. Anything south of the Missouri border is going to be a slave state. Anything north of the southern Missouri border is going to be a free state. But Missouri gets to come in as a slave state. How do we keep that balance then in Congress? Maine comes in as a free state as well. So that's when Maine gets added, and that's about where we're at. We got some bleeding Kansas that'll happen in there. We'll probably have to crash course that at some point. But for now, that'll get us at least where our state's currently at, and then we can go ahead and start to take a look at some Manifest Destiny and what's going on here.